exigent circumstances, and they entered the residence. When they entered the residence, they encountered an elderly couple, and the male had the female at gunpoint with the gun pointed at her head. After attempts to get him to drop the weapon, he refused. Because he would not lower that weapon, our deputy had to fire his in order to save the woman who had the gun pointed at her head. Tonight, we have our Criminal Investigations Division here on scene, along with the Texas Rangers and our Internal Affairs Unit. This investigation will look into the criminal matter that was at hand tonight, and it will also verify that no policy violations were involved.
Can you talk to us about how the residents are doing?
I don't have that information for you right now.
So is the officer injured then at this time? Or
There is no injury to the officer to my knowledge, no.
So the woman, he didn't drop his gun, they shot, he passed, and is the wife, is she okay?
The wife is unharmed. The subject who was holding the weapon to her head is deceased.
Do you know what they were fighting about?
I don't know that there was a fight. What was reported to us on the 911 call was that the husband had a gun to the wife's head.
Was the son still on the phone when all this played out?
I don't have that answer. I don't know.
how is the officer doing right now?
I don't personally know, but of course it's safe to assume this is something that no deputy ever wants to have to do, and so it's a stressful thing.
And he's on administrative leave, or what is the protocol? I know you mentioned it.
Yeah, I'll let the sheriff answer that one. I can get her to come talk to you.
This is rare for this area. It's rare for this area.
This
How many
is,
calls y'all get?
it's definitely an unusual circumstance for this area, yes.
And maybe this is also something the sheriff would like to answer, but I just want to ask. I mean, you mentioned it there. This is obviously not a situation any deputy wants to be in, but the wife is unharmed, and I mean, can you talk on the outcome here?
This is a situation no deputy ever wants to be found in. But if not, let me say that again. This is a situation no deputy wants to ever be in. But in a situation when a person's life is at stake, sometimes deadly force is necessary.
Did they have to break down the door, or did the son let them in?
I don't know how entry was made.
I'm guessing you're waiting on revealing the identities of those involved, but have you contacted next of kin, family members?
That'll be in process right now.
I guess just talk about, I know that you're still processing, there's a lot of details, but talk about the emotional gravity of the situation here, being involved in that. You know what I mean? How desperate was it to the situation to the point where deadly force had to happen?
Situations like these are unusual, and they're highly emotional. This is something a deputy never wants to have to do. But they're trained in a situation when a person's life is at stake to make that call. And in this situation, when our deputies arrived and could hear her screaming, that combined with the 911 call in which the son said, "My father has a gun to my mother," made exigent circumstances and compelled the deputies to make entry into the home, where they discovered the husband holding the wife at gunpoint. This is an elderly couple.
Do you have an approximate age?
I don't.
How many? I can't. It's dark. How many agencies responded?
The Travis County Sheriff's responded, and a Travis County Parks officer responded as well. But it was the Travis County Sheriff's Office deputies who made entry into the home. We have the Travis County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division here. We also have the Texas Rangers here. They do a parallel investigation with our agency in order to give an unbiased approach to the investigation. And then, of course, the Travis County Sheriff's Office Internal Affairs Unit is here to make sure no policy violations were involved.
Did you say? I know you said the call originally came in around 4:15. What time did the officers give you? I remember we're kind of out here. How long did it take for them to arrive?
I don't have that time, but I will try to get it for you while I'm getting the sheriff to come over here.
Do we know about any of history here? Has there been a past of calls made or anything?
I don't have that information at that time, but the investigation will look into that. Are y'all ready for me to get Sheriff Hernandez?
Please.
Okay, I'll step away for just a minute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me get that. Just good evening. When y'all are ready, just go ahead and ask.
Did
him
you want your
if-
timer first, or are we good?
He's gonna get
Oh,
it, and
okay.
I'll give it to y'all.
Okay, no worries.
Sheriff, can I ask you about the timeline here? From the time deputies got the call to the time they entered, and I mean, how long did this whole encounter last?
So, the Texas Rangers and our CID and our internal affairs are working this case, and that's really all I'm going to be able to say about that. I've met with the family and I've met with my deputy, and this is a tragedy, and it's something that nobody would want to go through.
Yeah, talk to me about how the deputy's doing right now, the family's doing right now, and just surely it's like you said, a tough conversation.
It is. It's difficult for both the family and for the deputy.
And I wanted to ask the same question I asked just a minute ago about the outcome in these really tough decisions that sometimes deputies have to make in the line of duty. Can you talk about that?
It is difficult, but and again, I'm gonna just say that it's very tough for a deputy to have to do something to help save someone.
You know how entry was made into the home?
I am. There was a 911 call, right? And our deputies went to that 911 call.
Can I ask you about protocol? Is the deputy now on administrative leave, or how does this work? What is the administrative process like?
Yes, our protocol is to put the deputy on administrative leave.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, do you mind spelling out your first and last name and job title?
Sure, I'm Sally, Sally, Hernandez, Hernandez. I'm the Travis County Sheriff.
It's still investigation still ongoing. You'll be here through the night. Or?
The investigation is still ongoing. Yes.
What? I guess.
Thank you, Sheriff. I'll get you that statement that y'all needed real quick.
Thank you,
you.
Sheriff.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let me give y'all that time
Oh.
real quick that you wanted so that you can have it on camera if you need it.